Vanessa filming for Carolyn's Musings. Today we're going to be looking at how to make the Window of Scripture mini folio. So this is going to be a perfect add-on to my scripture garden journal, which I'm still in the process of filming and making. So that's going to be a couple of days away. But here we go, this is what we're making today. So I've just tied it up in ribbon. Placed one of the fussy cuts here, which then opens up to this window. So it truly is a window of scripture. And so we have these two side tags that fit into these little pockets on the side of the window. And then we have a pocket here with a journal card. And then we have some smaller pieces of ephemera. Got a fussy cut here. And then we have a tag, another journal card, not perfect, just forgiven. And then there's another larger journal card at the back as well. All right, so let's get straight on to what's in the kit. I'll go over the 4 pages and what I printed them on, pretty much 250 gram cardstock, which is £92. So let's get in and I'll show you what's on that. Here are the papers that are in the kit. There are 4 pages and these are the first 2. This will be folded in half and these popped on top. So to save ink, you don't necessarily need to print a backing. There is a backing sheet for you to do it if you wish. Otherwise, just these 2 small, this small tag here, don't need it for the pocket. You could ink on the back of it or put some light paper, something on the back. So yeah, I haven't printed on the back of those. And then the other 2 are these ephemera pieces. And they have been backed with this backing paper. Okay, this is printed on 250 GSM, which is 92 pound weight. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these and come back to you so that we can assemble it. I've cut out all my pieces and I've inked everything, except for a few pieces that I'm going to go over with you. And then the only 2 things that weren't backed were these pieces, but they're going to be folded over so we don't see the back of them. So the only 2 things were these little tags here. So I've already gone and mottled one. I've just got this little brush that I use it with my sepia ink. And so in case you haven't seen this before, you can just rub. Now I tend to rub on the outside first because it will be darker. You don't want to go straight bang in the middle or you'll get quite a dark spot. And so you just work it around off the page and then onto the page, onto the tag I mean. And so just sort of do that mottled inking effect on the background so it just gets rid of the stark white on the back. All right. So we've got that there. Right. Pop those with those. Now everything I did ink everything. I'm sure I did. That one goes on there. This one will go on this side. That's the one I've inked. So this one I haven't. What have I done? I have actually inked and I'm using my espresso. It's just a bit darker than the sepia. And it's just giving us that edge. I have done that there. So we have these panels, 2 of these, and I have scored down the middle, or you could just sort of fold it in half and then score that way by using your bone folder. Just make sure that it sits in right in under there and score that flap as well. So this one I have already inked around the edges and I have already glued this one down. So I just wanted to do this one with you. So before we do that, we need to ink around the edge, which I haven't done. And that just gets rid of that white here. Just doing that around on the front. And then we want to do this on the edge as well. And then on this edge. Now, even though this is being folded down, I do want to ink around these edges just in case there's any little bit of white that shows through. So I'm just going to do that around the edge. This is the center of our fold, so we don't need to do there. However, we do want to do this bit, because when we glue it down, we are going to see a little bit on the side. So just run that over a bit so that covers down here. We don't need to do this. This is going to be glued down. That's going to be glued there and on the side of the page. But when we open it up, we will see just run that along there as well. Okay, that's the inking done. So now we want to glue this. So make sure we run it around the edge. Across there as well. Press that down. We'll flatten it out with our bone folder. You can use a ruler if you don't have a bone folder. So that's that flap, and then this piece is we're going to glue this on top. So that's why we've inked all the edges, just so that everything is seamless. So let's do that. So once again, we want to make sure we've got around the edge. Okay. Glue that in there. And the reason we're using glue and not double-sided tape is just so that you've got a bit of wiggle room. If you don't get it exactly first go, you're able to get your edges matched up. All right, so that's on that side, and let's do this one on this side. I have inked everything on the outside there. Okay, great. So we've got our two side flaps. And so this one is going to go on that side, this one on that side. When we glue it down, this back piece, this is the reason why we inked here, is because we're going to have a slight gap like that there, so that we're giving it enough room for a hinge and for it to fold correctly. Make sure this is up the right way. Sorry, I don't want to stick my head in the camera. Yep, that's good. let's do this one. It's a little bit of a gap there, but we want to make sure that it closes. The flaps have got the proper hinge. Okay, so there's our window. How cute is that? And so now we can put our pockets on the side. So we can have this one here, or the other way around, whichever you prefer. Might do it that way, I think. All right, so we just want to, now there is enough room on the side to do a thin bit of glue. So the 3 sides. So that one's there. Let's do the same. Make sure it's up the right way and do the 3 sides here. Right, so that's there, and we can put that tag in there. And we can put this tag in here. So now we have the larger pocket, and that's going to sit here. So we can move it up a bit. Now you could have put these directly down the bottom or raise them up a little bit, which is what I'm doing on here. It's just your preference. So once again, we are going to glue 3 sides. And then we've got this one that would go up that way, and we're going to pop that one on top. So 3 sides again. There we go. So now we have our ephemera pieces. So this big one can go in the back. Then the bird, so not perfect, just forgiven, is going to go there. And this one will go here, the faith journaling card, so that can sit there. And we have a tag here, so we will hole punch this. That hole's a bit big, so I'm just going to ink the white bit just to blend that in a bit more. It's actually done a pretty good job of darkening that. Or if you've got a pen, you can put some pen in there. And then I'm going to use an eyelet. Let's see what I've got. This is more of an aged gold, so I'm going to use that. And I could put a dangle on. Let's have a look. These ones have got quite a thick, sort of a longer backing piece on it. So I love the, so, oh, I've just messed up my nail there. That's okay. Just clamp that down. And then you can put a little charm if you've got any charms. I might do that later when I put this into a journal. And then some ribbon. So what have we got here? Got some brown ribbon and scissors. I did mess that up. And pop that through there. There we go. So I've got a bit of ribbon. You can shorten that if you want, and that can go in there. And then we've got another little ephemera, little tag piece that can go in behind here if you want, or it can go here. And then we've got a couple of options of what we can glue down here on the front. So these can be like little, that can sit there, and we'll just glue the bottom. We could put that one there, or we've got another option of that one as well. So what do you think? Quite like, oh, it's a bit of a much. Both of them are great. So I'm going to pop that one in there. Which one should I do? Might do this one. Okay, so I'm going to go up to about this point and glue this part down. Is that open enough? There we go, that's better. That glue is still enough. Okay, so we've got that there, that closes there. So it's up to you if you want the ribbon maybe centered, so that sits through there, or you might decide not to add any ribbon at all. Depends the look that you're going for. And then what I wanted to do, I have either this brown ribbon again or some thicker gold ribbon, and depending on how you want to use this in your journal, you could slide that into a pocket, and you do have this on the back, so you might want to maybe print this backing card again and have that on the back, so that could be some more writing space and just sort of neatens that up a little bit. You could glue this directly onto your journal page, therefore you don't need to do anything on the back here, and you would glue down 3 sides, and then you could have another tuck spot in the back on your page. I don't think I've got a, here we go. So if we had a journal page like this, glue all 4 sides down and just leave it flat like that, or as I said, do the 3 sides and you've got another tuck spot there. Now, if you are going to glue it down into the journal, what you might want to do is center that, pop some glue on here on the ribbon to keep that still, and then you can tie that up with some ribbon. Do it this way. Okay, so just I can neaten that up, and that can be, you open up the ribbon on the page and then it will open that up. Alternatively, so as I said, you could do it in a pocket, or you could get a paper clip and you could paper clip it into the side of your journal as well. So that's fabulous. Let's just have a look. We open up the ribbon. There's our windows, window of scripture, open up, pockets with tags and writing spots in there. Okay, have a very blessed day. Thanks, bye.